Hey guys, and welcome to That LP Show. The name of the game is Metroid Prime for the Wii. Metroid Prime is a game developed by Retro Studios and Nintendo for the Nintendo GameCube, released in North America on November 17th, 2002, and in Japan and Europe the following year. It's the first 3D game in the Metroid series and the fifth main installment, and is classified by Nintendo as a first-person adventure rather than a first-person shooter due to its large exploration component of the game and its precedence over combat. Metroid Prime, along with the Game Boy Advance game Metroid Fusion, which was released alongside it on the same day in North America, marked the return of the Metroid series after 8 years, the last game in the franchise being 1994's Super Metroid. Metroid Prime is the first part of the three-part Prime storyline, which takes place between the original Metroid and Metroid 2 Return of Samus. The game was a collaborative effort between Retro Studio staff in Austin, Texas, and Japanese Nintendo employees, including producer Shigeru Miyamoto, who's the one who suggested the project after visiting Retro Studios' headquarters in 2000. Despite initial backlash from fans due to the first-person perspective, the game was released to both universal acclaim and commercial success, selling more than 1 million units in North America alone. It not only won a number of Game of the Year awards, but is also considered by many critics and gamers to be one of the greatest video games ever made and remains one of the highest rating games on Metacritic. Prime was released in 3 versions: the original North American version, a second version released in North America and Japan with resolved technical issues, and the European version, which resolved glitches and altered certain elements of the gameplay to prevent sequence breaking. The European localization also had logs removed or changed, resulting in a different storyline and logbook, and a narrator was added in the opening and closing scenes. Some of the changes were made in the NTSC region's Player's Choice re-release. That doesn't include the narrator, unfortunately. Metroid Prime was re-released in Japan for the Wii as part of the new Play Control series. It has revamped controls that use the Wii Remote's pointing functionality similar to those of Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. The credit system from Corruption is also included to unlock original bonus content, as well as the ability to take snapshots of gameplay. The games were reformatted for a 16:9 aspect ratio, and certain graphical effects were added, like bloom lighting. Internationally, the Wii version was released in Metroid Prime Trilogy, a single-disc compilation featuring Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, and Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, which is what you see me playing here today. It is no longer in print, very hard to find. You're gonna have to fork out about $100 on Amazon in order to find it new. That's actually what I ended up having to do. Unfortunately, my wife was not very pleased about that. Anyway, let's get started. I already have a file going here. As you can see, I have my me here. Sorry I didn't have time to build myself to scale or paint myself. If that doesn't make any damn sense. So there you go. There's a cartoony version of me, a male Caucasian with brown hair and blue eyes. Let's see. I'm going to start before starting the game, let's go under the options real quick. There's a few things I wanted to change. First of all, I want to change sensitivity to advanced. It makes it to where you can turn easier, at least for me. I don't like having to turn my Wii Remote all the way to the side in order to turn. Let's see, lock-on free aim is now defaulted to on. The lock-on free aim feature allows you to freely move your gun while you're locked onto an enemy. With advanced controller sensitivities, it's defaulted to on. Okay, I'm going to turn this off, because when I lock onto an enemy, I like my targeting reticle to actually lock on. I mean, call me a noob if you want, but that's just how I roll. And let's see, let's switch fire to the B button and jump to A. If you're playing along and you haven't played this version of the game before, you're going to be glad that you did later on in the game when we get our beam upgrades, like our super missiles and our beam combos. Alright, and yeah, that should be it. Let's get started. Start single player. Of course, like I said at the beginning of the video, the name of the game is Metroid Prime. Now, I'm going to go with veteran mode, not because I'm trying to be a hard ass or earn bragging rights, but veteran mode was added to this version of the game from Corruption. Even in the original release of Corruption, the veteran mode could be equated to the normal mode of the GameCube versions of Prime and Echoes. They kind of tweaked it in this one. Normal's the new easy, and veteran mode is normal. So I'm just playing on normal difficulty pretty much. And that little loading scene you just saw there with Samus actually changes depending on what suit you have in the game. And there she was, Samus Aran in all her 3D glory. Not like we haven't seen that before. Alright, let's Z-target these things and shoot them in order to open up the barrier. New to the Metroid series is the scan visor. In order to activate it in the Wii version, hold down the minus button, or the plus button if you swapped the functionality of that and the beams. And move the Wii remote up to highlight the scan visor and release. And there you go. We want to scan this thing right here. Hold down the Z button until it's done scanning. Force field activation switches are now online. Yeah, Samus looks a little befuddled there. She's probably wondering exactly why a force field that's designed to keep her out can be opened from the side that she's on. Yeah, I decided, I guess, I'll treat you guys to a good Metroid game now that I did Other M. Not that Metroid Other M is a bad game. It's just not a very good Metroid game. I mean, it's certainly not the worst. In my opinion, that dishonor goes to Metroid Prime Hunters, just simply for its clunky controllers. It's so hard to play. Alright, this door is not activated right now. What we need to do is we need to scan this thing right here. Airlock repressurization successful. Oh, I'm glad I got that on the first try. Come on now. There we go. Let's blast that thing open. And, okay, that took a little while. Now, the Wii version is supposed to have faster load times than the GameCube version, so we shouldn't be having to wait that long for doors. Alright, we got a little enemy right here. Let's scan this guy. A new creature entry has been downloaded to your logbook. Morphology: parasite, interstellar vermin, travel in swarms. Indigenous to Tallon IV, a single parasite is harmless to larger life forms. However, they tend to travel in large groups, swarming over potential prey. Such swarms can be dangerous. So there you go. We can scan different life forms. I will be going for 100% of the logbook scans in the game. Doing that unlocks all the different art galleries. You don't need to do it to affect the ending or anything. That's for item collection, which I will also be doing in this playthrough. Let's kill you guys too. What do we got there? Alright, he's not really being added yet. We'll have to scan them later when they're healthier. Species, space pirate, weak life signs detected. Oh, well, here's a remedy for weak life signs. Charging up, and now you have no life signs. You are dead, sir. What is that thing? Tail section possesses mouth-like orifice. You. Most likely for birthing offsprings. You. Gross. Oh man, I'll tell you what, in all my 30 years of life, we gotta build up a charge beam. Hold down the B button. Boom! There, that debris is gone. In all my 30 years of life, which some of you may already know includes 8 years military background, I've been around the block. I've seen some pretty crazy things, but that is bar none like the third nastiest snatch I have ever seen. Alright, new scan data right here. Let's scan this thing. New research, okay. Map station. Walk into the map station, holograms download to a map of the area you're in. That sounds nifty. Let's do that. Alright. And how we can open up the map is push the 1 button on the Wii remote, and as you can see, our maps are in glorious 3 dimensions. So not only do we know which ways we need to go as far as up, down, left, and right, but forward and backwards and all around, I guess. Alright, let's get out of here. That move you saw me do was Samus's ubiquitous morph ball mode. Just press the C button on the nunchuck to do that. Oh, new to the Wii version is we have the spring ball. Makes it very handy for navigating in morph ball mode. Just give it a little flick of your Wii remote. Alright, let's get out of here. And let's scan this thing to get the elevator going. Access to deck beta approved. Going down? I don't know. Thought we were going up. Oh wait, that's later. Yeah, that's on our way out. Alright. Shoot the door. There we go. Alright, watch out. We got some electricity right there. Let's wait for it to go away before we roll through. Okay. What do we got around here? Oh, more of these guys. Boom, you're dead. Boom, you are dead as well. Okay, this is a health pickup right here. Let's scan it before grabbing it. Wait, no, let's read it. Small energy replenishes 10 units of energy. Okay, good to go. Not that we really need it. We're going to need plenty of it later. Alright, we got something around this corner right here. Let's get our scan visor going, and boom, let's scan it. A new creature. Okay, well, this is actually more of a device than a creature. It's not really alive. Subject, auto defense turret, using missiles to break outer casing. All right, let's do that. In order to fire missiles, well, first of all, let's lock onto the thing. We'll fire our missiles by pressing down on the D-pad, moving out of the way. It dropped something. Let's scan it. Missile ammunition resupplies missile launcher with 3 rounds of ammo. Well, we only used 1, so I guess that was pointless grabbing that thing. Okay, we got some very good scan data right here. This is pirate data. You want to scan all of these because it adds to the actual story. This is how we get our story in this game. It's not told to us like in Other M. We actually have to find it. So skip it if you like. I'm going to read it all. Space Pirate encrypted data decoded. Log 09.992.3. Zebus has fallen. All ground personnel are presumed dead, either killed by the hunter clad in metal or in the subsequent destruction of the underground facilities. Our research frigate Orpheon, Syracuse, and Volparagon were in orbit at 0 hour and managed to retreat. Frigate Orpheon is now docked at Vortex Outpost. Orpheon's cargo appears to have a 100% survival rate. Metroids are healthy, but on restricted feeding schedules due to uncertain supply status. We are ready to begin research on the Metroids and other promising life forms. Security status remains at Code Blue. No signs of pursuit from the hunter. So yes, this ship that we're on board right now, this lovely tutorial ship, is the Frigate Orpheon. It's a space pirate vessel that was in orbit above Tallon IV during Metroid 1 when Samus was causing chaos and mayhem down in the lower corridors. And they seem to have barely escaped, and something obviously happened here, and now everybody is either dead or dying. Well, he was dying, now he's dead, but, you know, that was thanks to me. And now you are dead, and now you are dead. Oh, you're not dead, you're not dead. Oh, yeah, that's right, I'm playing on veteran mode, okay. I was doing a few practice runs on normal. Oh, poor guy. Does it say the same thing? Acid burns have welded the joints of the exoskeleton. Oh, god damn. Okay, let's put him out of his misery. Mercy kill. Mercy kill. Like in, what was that game? I think it was Time Crisis? One of those arcade shooters. I think I played a game a long time ago in a movie theater where you could shoot people who were on fire. They called it a mercy kill, and boom. Oh, you got me. Well, you suck. All right, let's open this thing up. Gamma deck. Okay. Some of these games in their Greek letters. All right, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Yeah, you see that guy up there? He thinks he's being stealthy. Come down here and die. Boom. All right, let's scan this thing. Door lock enabled. Please insert metallic sphere to open door. I don't have a metallic sphere. Good thing I can turn into one. This is something I don't get. This is a space pirate ship. Why do they have devices that incorporate morph ball technology? They can't do that. Oh boy, can they not do the morph ball mode. We'll find all about that later. Much later in the game, we'll find all about their adventures of failing at the morph ball. Okay, let's scan this thing right here. We got a save station. Of course, we can step into the save station to save our game and restore our energy. Data storage and shield restoration sequence activated. Sequence complete. Process successful. Alright, so you can scan this thing. Let's enter another metal ball into the device. Open. There we go. Let's get out of here. And I figure we might as well get our scan visor ready because we have some more scan data to get when we go in there, because when we go in here, we're going to trigger our first boss encounter. But that's going to have to wait until next time. And until next time, thank you for watching That LP Show, and have a one that is good.